What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a GFX. First, you want to make sure you're in Roblox Studio. This is where you can import your Roblox avatar and eventually get it into Blender. So to import your own avatar, go to the Avatar tab, Rig Builder, make sure you're in Art 6, and hit My Avatar. Now, make sure the position is at the origin, so that would be 0, 0, 0, and you'll see that it's at the origin. But you may be saying, Squid Herb, I don't want my own avatar, I want someone else's avatar. This is where the great plugin Load Character Light comes in. This is in the comment section down below, so hit Get Plugin, and then go back to your studio, go to plugins, manage plugins, add, go to your inventory, my plugins, then locate it in your plugins and hit load character light, hit install. Now you'll see that it's there, make sure it's checked green, and when you go to your plugins it should have it right there. So click on it, and here type in whatever avatar you want. I'll do my own here. Then hit spawn at origin and hit spawn R6. Now you'll see that it's not spawned directly at the origin, so locate the transform origin position, make sure the middle number is set to 3. Now I'll be showing you how to do different clothing for your avatar. If you know how to do it, great, but if you want to do it, if you want to learn how to do it, I'll make a more advanced tutorial if you get this video to, I'll say, 15 likes. So now that you have your avatar here, go ahead and click on it. You'll see the username right here and a white arrow next to it. Click on that arrow, it'll bring down this. To copy the clothing on your avatar, right click on the username, and at the bottom it'll say export selection. Click that and put whatever name you want for it. I'll just do like this, and make sure you, at the end, you put .obj. Then to copy the accessories of your avatar, left click on one of the accessories. You can tell that's an accessory by kind of the wizard looking hat on the side of it. Then hitting control and left click on the other accessory that you want to have exported. Ignore that. Right click on them, export selection, then go to whatever folder you want them to save and hit and type in whatever you want. Now that we have our Roblox character exported on Roblox Studio, we have to download Blender. You can close Roblox Studio unless you want to add a prop to your GFX. I'll show you how to do that later, so just keep the Roblox Studio tab open. So you want to make your way to blender.org/download/. It'll be linked in the comments down below, the pinned comment. You can hit, it'll bring you here, hit download Blender 4.1.1. Then it'll download right here. Now that your download is finished, go ahead and click on it. It'll bring you to the Blender setup. Hit next, I accept, next, put in whatever folder you want, next, and install. Yes, and it'll install. Then hit finish when it finishes installing, and you have Blender downloaded. So now that we have Blender downloaded, we have to have something that can actually put our Roblox avatar into there. So that's where Roblox Starter Rigs comes in. The link is called softgb.gumroad.com. It'll be linked in the comments down below, and it'll bring you straight to this page. So it says name a fair price right here. You can put $0 or $1 or however much you want to donate, but 0 is enough. Then it'll take you to this page to check out. It'll charge you no money at all, and you just have to put in your email address. Then once you put it in, hit get, and it'll bring you right here. Download these two things. And do not extract these downloads. Now that those are downloaded, you can finally open up Blender. Once you open it up, it should look something like this. Left click to get that screen off. Then left click and drag your mouse over all of these things. Hit Shift X to delete it. Now to import the add-on Robot Starter Rigs into here, hit Edit, Preferences, and once you go to add-ons, hit Install, and go to wherever you installed it into and look for it. Then once you find it, hit Install, click on it and hit Install Add-on. Then you look for it in here. Once you find it, it will be unchecked. Make sure you have it checked like that. Once you have it checked, you'll be able to import that into Blender. Now that you're able to import the Roblox blocky rigs, we have to put it actually into Blender. So next to options in this XYZ here, you'll see an arrow. Click on that arrow. Then at the bottom you'll see starter rigs. Click on that. Select rig. Then you want to hit starter blocky rig. It'll appear like this. What you want to do from here is click on the chest, the body, the torso, however you want to say it. Then click the up here. It's like 4 bubbles. Click on the third one so you can actually see the face. Then what you want to do is go to shading. It'll bring up this confusing thing. So we only have to do a couple things here. First, you want to go up to the head and hit, and it says main texture. Then you'll see here, there's a bunch of different things, but here, hit the X there. You'll see the body goes black. Hit open. Now, wherever you saved the clothing of your avatar is where you want to put this in. So for me, I have clothing here, and you pick whichever one you want. For me, I'll go here, and you'll see that the clothing is now on your avatar and it has your same skin tone. Now to get a different face, you want to go down to the center here. It says face texture. Then it will have default Roblox, whatever. Hit the X like you did up here. Then hit open. And wherever you saved the Roblox HD faces, you want to open it. And you'll see that there's a bunch of different faces that you can choose from. You can choose any of them that you please. Now that you have everything here, you're done with this page unless you want to add stuff that I think will make it look better. So what I like to do is put the metallic to 0.300 and the roughness to 0.050. So it kind of gives it like a shiny tint to the Roblox character, and I think it exports looking a little nicer and realistic. So to import the accessories that you have there, go to File. So now that you're done with the shading page, make your way back to the layout. Now to get your accessories onto Blender, hit File in the top left, Import, Wavefront, parenthesis.obj. Then go to your accessories, find wherever you saved your accessories. For me, it's this one right here. Double click on it, then you'll see that you have your accessories here, but you're not done yet. Hit Shift, then click the gear at the top, and it'll look like that. Your accessories are going to be orange, but your body's going to be perfectly normal. Then hit Control P and hit Bone. So when you're posing your avatar, the accessories will actually flow with your body instead of just staying where they're at right now. So now that we have the accessories in here and boned, we can finally start posing our avatar. This is now where I'll show you how to get props. If you don't want props, skip ahead in the video. So to get props into your Blender, you want to go back to Roblox Studio, go to View, and open up your toolbox. From there, you want to go to the Creator Store right here, then have the models page open, then you can search for literally whatever you want. For me, I'm going to do a football. Search for whatever football you like. I'm going to use this NCAA football. Doesn't matter if it has scripts or not, we're just using it for Blender. Now, you want to put that into the origin, which is 0, 0, 0. Then you want the orientation to also be 0, 0, 0. If you don't want it to be 0, 0, 0, you can always rotate it back in Blender. Now, right click on the football, hit export, then put it in whatever folder you want. Personally, I have a folder just for this. Then I'll type in football.obj. Then when you're back into Blender, hit file, import, wavefront.obj, go to wherever you save the accessory, then double click on it, and you'll see that it's there. Sometimes your football or whatever, your prop will spawn right in the center. If it doesn't, you want to right click on that orange dot right there, then set to origin, make sure it's geometry to origin, and it will center this football for you. For now, you can just leave the prop hanging there while we pose the avatar. So to pose the avatar, you want to click on the gear here, go to the top left where you see object mode, click on that and hit pose mode. Now you can click on any of the lines here to pose your avatar. Then you can hit rotate here. For me, I'm thinking of just having him like the character just holding the football in his hand and kind of looking down at it. So how I'm going to do that, I'm going to rotate this arm up, kind of rotate it in, and then I'm going to take the moving tool, and you can always just move the arms to make it fit your thing better. Just make sure it kind of looks realistic. And then here I'm going to use a curve. Now it might not curve the way that I want it to, so you see it curves up. So what I'm going to do to combat that, I'm just going to turn the arm the other way so it curves inside instead of up. So now I can put that there and kind of rotate it in, so now he has a nice place to hold that football there. For this other arm, I'm actually just going to leave it sitting there. I'm going to kind of just put it like that off to the side, not do too much with it, just make it look a little bit realistic. Now the curve on the arms, it's not necessary, but I just think it looks nicer and makes it look a little bit more realistic. And that's kind of what you aim for when making a GFX. For the legs, I'm not really going to do much special with it. Just kind of put it like that there. Rotate this one out a little bit. Then for the head, I'm going to just tilt it a little bit and look down. There. And then when I want to finally move on to the football there, I'm going to left click here where it was on object mode. I'm going to go to object mode and I'm going to click on the football, hit move, and here, and I'm just going to tuck that into his arm there. Right there, I think that looks nice. Just a little note, I've been doing the GFX for a little bit, so your poses might not look as good as mine or as good as other people's. Just keep practicing at it. It's kind of hard to pose and make it look like how you want it to look. So just keep going at it until you find something that you like. A good way to find a pose that you might like is just to look for a reference photo. Reference photos are great because they just give you something to aim for in your GFX. So we're finally able to move on to lighting once we're done with posing. So go back into shading, go to from object, go to world right here, then left click on add. Now there's no search bar, so you literally just type on your keyboard, put environment, then it'll pop up saying environment texture, hit enter and put that in, then hit The same thing, mapping. Same thing again, last one, texture coordinate. Now we have to connect these stuff. So the top one always goes to the top one. So this color goes to color there. This vector goes to vector here. And this generated goes to vector here. Now, we have to import something for the lighting, but you're saying, I don't have any lighting. So that's where Polyhaven comes in handy. So go to Polyhaven, it's called polyhaven.com, or you can look in the comments and it's down there. Then it'll bring you to this page, scroll down and go to HDRIs. Then look for any of the lighting that you like, any of them is fine. I'll use Victoria Sunset. Then hit download in the top right. Then that'll download there. You can drag that into any folder that you would like. Okay, so now that you have the lighting downloaded, go back into Blender. In environment texture, hit open. Then go to wherever you saved the lighting. Go to it and double click on it, and the lighting will be saved. Now you will not be able to see the lighting right now, so what you gotta do is hit this in the top right and it will generate the lighting for you. Now you'll see there's a background behind you, but that won't do anything. So if you don't want to see the background because it's throwing you off, go to the camera right here, it says render. Then render engine, hit cycles, left click on it, it'll say Eevee, hit cycles. Scroll down to film, then hit transparent, and you'll see there's no background now. While we're here, you can do the max samples and the minimum samples. For me, for the max samples, I like to do 1500, and here 3000. It's just what I like to do. So now that we're ready to adjust the lighting onto our character, we're gonna go down to mapping, rotation. Then for the Z value, as you move it into the negatives, the sun will go to the front of your character like that. And if we move it into the positives, it'll go behind our character like that. So mainly you want to stick to the negative values to put it in front of your character. Then adjust the lighting to however you would like it to be. I think it looks fine like that. So now that we did the lighting, we're finally able to go back to layout, and we're ready to put the camera onto our character. To get the camera, make sure you're in object mode. So go to the top of pose mode, hit object mode. Then when you're in object mode, hit Shift A. Then scroll down to where you see camera. Then the camera will be at the bottom of your avatar. You can move the camera with the arrow keys or rotate. So just move it to however you would like it to be on your avatar. Now to check how your character looks in the camera, hit the 0 on your number pad and you'll be able to see what it looks like there. When you're done adjusting the camera of your avatar, go ahead and go to the top right and hit render image. So now that your render of your GFX is done, go up to image, save as, then save it to whatever file you would like. So now that you have that done, you can close out of Blender and close out of Studio, whatever else you have open. Now you want to take that and go to whatever editing software you like. Personally, I like to go to Pixlr. Then hit create new if you're on Pixlr, and do whatever size you want. Now to import your image into Pixlr, hit layer, add image as layer, then go to wherever you save that GFX and double click on it. Now I'm going to be doing a GFX that looks similar to this. this is likely the final product unless I want to make a couple tweaks to it. If this video helped, make sure you leave a like. If you have a question, leave it in the comments down below, or join the Discord server and ask me directly. But for now, that's the end of the video. Have a good one.